Niners. We're going to get into the Lions and the Bucks. We got a beef in the NFL. We got a former player beefing with a former coach, and they're doing it on
Number two, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo. This
Mike's on.
Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
It's Friday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are at Safehouse.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Gonna have a banger of a weekend this weekend. We'll talk about at length what we have going on, why we are excited about it, and why we hope you are also a part of it. Also, a lot going on in the world of sports. We'll talk about that at length as well, as we have nothing but NFL playoffs to preview. A gigantic Duke City Championship Wrestling event this weekend. Van, you are also, for some reason, excited about the Australian Open, so that's good.
What is the Australian Open? Is that golf or tennis or rugby? What's going on here? Which one is that?
I was really just playing the odds on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just saying one of the Opens and assuming it would be one.
Well, if it says Australia on it, I'm a big fan there.
Amory's out of the office today. Bob Walpo with us.
Bobby!
Bob, how are you?
Just fine, thank you.
Good, Bob. Thank you for helping me work through some technical difficulties to start the program. That's the thing I like so very much about this program is that it's team effort, man. Team effort.
Well, this is what happens when you have live radio. We're out on remote. One of the best places in Albuquerque and surrounding areas, Safehouse Distilling,
Let's
downtown Albuquerque.
If your night is going out tonight, come down here and start your night here with us. We're going to hang out up until 7 o'clock, Bob. Is that right? We're all the way up till 7 tonight?
Yeah, isn't that unusual?
That's wild.
Well, it is.
Yes, it is.
You know, so it's stay until 7.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's unusual. I usually jet out just like whenever I'm feeling like it.
Well, this is the time we're supposed to be on air.
Yeah.
So, it's not that unusual. Quote Tom Jones.
To be loved by anyone. Unusual is whenever a interim coach becomes the head coach, and that's exactly what the Raiders are looking to do. Is they're looking to they're trying, they're efforting, finalizing a deal to hire Antonio Pierce as their head coach. He was the interim head coach. When did that happen? Halloween. So yeah, he's been doing it for a while. That's a full-time job. So good for they.
They played significantly better once he got the keys to the Porsche.
Yeah.
The locker room loves him.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Adams said, if you don't hire him, I'm gone too.
Yeah, well, that's his energy in the world.
Sure.
That's how he exists.
I think they got the right guy. He's like a high-energy football guy, loves the Raiders, loves what he's doing, smart enough to delegate coordination stuff to other people, and he's just like a figurehead. He's the kind of coach that I think an NFL team actually needs.
Yeah.
I mean, genius masterminds are great, but I think genius masterminds, your Mike McDaniels, your Sean McVays, that's all well and good, but I want one of those guys as my offensive and defensive coordinators. The head coach, these are all professionals. These guys have been playing professional sports their whole friggin' life. They're adults. They know what they're doing. They get big-ass paychecks to be prepared and be good at their job. The head coach just needs to rein these guys in, make sure they don't do anything stupid, and make sure there's not a giant rift in the locker room and everyone plays together. And Antonio Pierce, he's that guy.
Well, and also during the interview during the interview process, allegedly Antonio Pierce said, yeah, I can beat Jim Harbaugh when he's coaching the Chargers.
Because it's the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not a slight on Jim Harbaugh. It's he probably will be coaching the Chargers. And we know Chargers are going to do Charger things.
I think it's a good hire for the Raiders. Is it the best hire? I'm not going to use that word.
No.
I'm going to say it's a good one. I'm going to say, cool. They got a guy that locker room wants. Here's the thing about that locker room. It's not going to be that locker room next year.
Sure.
Locker rooms from year to year are the most transient thing of all time. You'll never have the same coaching staff. You'll never have the same players. Heck, you might not have the same equipment managers, or locker room managers, or chiropractors, or massagers, or pill prescribers, or pill poppers, or pill counters, or whatever. So to me, if you're listening to the squad you got, you're not necessarily looking at the squad you're going to have ahead. I think.
And it's Vegas. You got to make sure these young millionaires don't do a bunch of dumb stuff in Vegas. And I think this locker room doesn't want to disappoint their new head coach.
Oh, I don't know.
He seems like the guy you don't want to disappoint.
Antonio Pierce?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's not a guy you want to get on his bad side.
He doesn't seem like a guy to me. Like, I get that players like him, players like former players. Like, I'm not sitting here in the, I'm surprised to hear that camp. I'm not surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
But I remember, because I'm now old, watching Antonio Pierce play football. I remember that. He was good.
Yeah.
Wasn't a standout personality.
Yeah.
Wasn't on a bunch of winning teams. Didn't lead the league in spectacular. He's not that guy. He's just cool, cool. He speaks my language.
How did it go with Jack Del Rio? How did it go with John Gruden? How did it go with your other interim head coach? How did it go with Josh McDaniels?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of big splashy hires in a row, and none of them worked out. They all lost the locker room, and the Raiders are still paying all three of those guys.
I didn't know that.
Raiders are still cutting checks to Jack Del Rio, John Gruden, and Josh McDaniels, and they will be for years.
Well, to be fair, they paid a lot of head coaches for a long time. Just look at the Flores. There are guys they paid literally until the day they died. They did that kind of stuff because the Raiders are cool like that.
Very generous.
Very generous.
Very generous.
And, and that's a fun thing. I don't think we ever make fun of the Raiders on this show. Like, if there's a team that's almost a little bit untouchable to me.
Yeah, out of fear.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, because of Raiders fan.
Well, and I think every ownership group now has a fear that they're going to miss out on the next Dan Campbell. And I'm going to tell you this. Antonio Pierce does not seem to be the next Dan Campbell to me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm telling you what I'm seeing.
Like a subdued Dan Campbell. A less rah-rah Dan Campbell. Like a guy who's been there. He's been in a locker room as a player, been in a locker room as an assistant, been in a locker room as a position coach, and been in a locker room as a coordinator. And now he's running a locker room as a head coach. He's Dan Campbell adjacent. He's not the new splashy hire. I mean, I throw around Mike McDaniel and Sean McVay all the time. Every team wants one of those guys, but there's only so many.
When you kept saying locker room, but I thought you were saying lock up because that's where all the Raiders fans are. And they're all pretty excited about this.
Underneath the stadium.
They're in county.
I mean, the silver and black is legendary. Like, it's just one of the greatest brands. Like, one of the most recognizable worldwide brands. Everyone knows the Cowboys star. Everyone knows the Raiders shield. Like, it comes with a lot of responsibility, but I don't think he's going to put that on himself like one of the other splashier, more expensive head coaches that the Raiders have had in their past. I think he's just going to a good above average hire. He's not going to do anything stupid. As long as he surrounds himself with talent, he'll be fine.
When was the last time we saw an interim coach become a head coach? Is it Mike Singletary? Is that the last one I can think of? Because he was the interim with the Bears. And then he got the 49ers, and he got the job.
Didn't last long.
I don't know who else it would be. Jim Tomsula, maybe? Was that with the Seahawks? So, I mean, this just doesn't happen.
Right. And it should have happened last time. In 2021, when Rich Focaccia, Chapadachichi, once he got the gig, his locker room wanted him to stay. And then they made another splashy hire with Josh McDaniels, and everyone hated him, and you saw how that turned out. So trust your dudes. If Antonio Pierce is a guy that your guys want to play for, go with it. Trust them. Like, whatever law firm you had to hire and vet people and give you a list of candidates that would work out well, don't trust them. Trust the locker room. Trust the players. Trust the people who are actually on the field who fight for these guys. NFL players, they're as close to gladiators as we're going to get. And you got to trust the people who are putting their literal lives at risk on a football field for our entertainment. If they want to play for this guy, trust your players.
Well, and you have to have a certain personality in what used to be LA, what used to be Oakland, what is now Vegas.
Right.
And the league is better when the top dog at the whatever city Raiders has a little bit of boister, has a little bit of personality, has a little bit of that energy, the league is better. Antonio Pierce, if he can come in, and I don't know what word to use, and I feel like this word is made negative, but I'm going to use it in a positive connotation. If he's able to come in and just swagger out from a coaching position and do it in a way that they wanted John Gruden to do it, it's better for the league. It's better for the league if the Raiders are good. And specifically because Dallas is booty. Specifically because the Bears are booty. Specifically because some of those other, and not the Green Bay Packers, because they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Because they're good every year.
They're good every year, no matter what.
Third straight Hall of Fame quarterback. Let's go.
Isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
And it said there are fans out there looking at NFC South teams, and you're like, no offense.
Yeah. We
could get rid of your whole division, and we would lose zero fan base of the NFL.
People wouldn't notice for years.
You get rid of the AFC South?
Yeah.
If we get rid of the AFC South, do you know how much change that makes in the NFL? None.
Close to none. Well, I mean, CJ Stroud, he's a dude. People notice now. I think the NFC South, you got rid of the whole NFC South, it would take years for people to notice.
It's not about that life. The AFC West being good is as important to the NFL as anything.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
AFC West, NFC East.
Those two.
Yeah.
Those are the two.
Because the NFC North is going to be the NFC North. Everyone's going to love their Midwestern North team. They're going to pull no matter what.
Sure.
But as long as there's a really good NFC East team and a really good AFC West team, NFL's doing better.
Well, and, for the Raiders fan base, they were bracing themselves for Hugh Jackson. They were bracing themselves for what's old boy that just signed with in the college ranks? Bill O'Brien.
Right.
They were bracing themselves for done before, not a thing.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Go against the grind a little bit. Okay. Bring in your interim coach. Okay. Go former player. I also like, and this is going to be cliche, NFL teams with African-American head coaches, NFL team with black head coach, that is a big deal to player.
Of course it is.
It's a huge deal.
Sure.
And right now, the way the game's being played, how inviting it is to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Play for the sexy Raiders with the coach you can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is from Compton.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not Vegas, but that's Raiders.
Yeah. It's that Raiders vibe.
Yeah.
The spirit of the Raiders is in Antonio Pierce. And look, the biggest selling point for Antonio Pierce, he had to look the Davises right in the eye and say, I can win 8 road games. And also I can win when we're playing in other people's city. Because Las Vegas does not have a home field advantage, and it won't all year.
Right.
Whoever's fan base, when you're looking at the schedule, you're like, man, I love my Detroit Lions. I'm going to go see them at least once this year. Where should I go? Oh, they're in Vegas. And everyone has the same opinion. We're all going to Vegas to watch the Lions. We're all going to Vegas to enter your favorite team here. So they're never going to have an overwhelming home field advantage. Can you keep these guys playing hard when you're at home and you're not really ever at home? That's a big selling point for me.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if it's inflation, Van. I don't know if it's because the NFL is constantly setting records. But when we get back from the break, highest average ticket price ever for a divisional game ever is this weekend. We'll tell you what game it is and why we are excited for it. The boys are live at Safehouse. Come hang out with us. The intersection of where are we at? The Gold and 6th. Is that where we are?
You nailed it, buddy.
Gold and 6th. Come hang out with your boys. Start your night with us. Move up and down the downtown.
Closer to 7th, but we're in the hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look between 6th and 7th. See us.
You will find us.
Come to us.
It's a really cool building. You can't miss it.
It's a very cool building. Also, we are inside of it. The building.
And come here and put some drinks inside of you.
Yes, and inside of us.
First one's on me.
I also have a fun story.
I got an open tab already.
I got a fun story about the afternoon as well. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, home of playoffs and Super Bowl coverage, the sports animal.
Claire.
And traffic right now, things moving slow southbound I-25 as you approach Osuna. That's going to last until Montgomery. Also seeing more congestion right now westbound on Paseo as you approach 2nd Street. That's going to last until Coors. Westbound I-40 right now between the interchange and Unser, dealing with slowdowns there. Also traffic moving a bit slow on I-25 northbound. Those slowdowns are going to start right around Gibson. They're going to last until Central. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
We have seen some epic Cowboy playoff collapses, but that right there might have been their worst ever. The alleged Super Bowl contender with the alleged elite defense and their alleged MVP quarterback had a home game and a clear path to the NFC Championship. They didn't just lose, they got humiliated, and they were not in any way prepared to handle the big stage. They were huge favorites and were never even in that game.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope. We're fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
Transparent management fees structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 150 cover billions of dollars for their injuries. What does that mean to you when you're looking for a lawyer? We not only have the experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which lawyers won't put up a fight. You call us, we call them, and they know they have to pay.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for...
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every gas.
Back in 30.
$300.
Wow, that's serious extra. The Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now.
Hey, guys.
Cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOTOR for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOTOR for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your
My liner.
code MOTOR.
Sound off right now at 2.
He's too hot. Too hot.
10. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mike's hot.
Back live at the Safehouse. You know the boys are enjoying the evening. We're enjoying the day. Joining us on the program, Van.
Oh, baby.
We got a little royalty in the house. A little pro wrestling special for you tomorrow night at the historic El Rey Theater as we're bringing in for the first time, Van, a guy that has never done it in New Mexico, Jacob Fatu. Welcome to the program, brother.
Yeah, baby.
How you doing, my man? You feeling good? How was the trip down? How was your world?
Man, it's awesome, man. It's awesome at the end of the day. Bro, that was a good introduction. That was a good introduction. Right there. You're doing your thing, brother.
So Jacob Fatu with us, obviously the rich history and heritage of your wrestling family. We'll talk about that in a minute. You got a camera crew following you around in town. It's like the whole thing.
Hello.
Like you're here with Duke City Championship Wrestling. You've never been able to lace up the boots in New Mexico, huh?
No. And then, the craziest thing is, like, I don't even wear boots. I wear no shoes. So definitely tomorrow night will be the first time me lacing up my feet with tape. So
yeah,
absolutely.
That's going to be a lot of fun for us.
So you got to meet Hobo Hank already.
I did. Yes, sir.
I mean, are you guys beefing already? Like, what's the vibe in between you two?
Okay, you know what? Besides the wrestling thing, we're going to keep this so 100. Hobo Hank, and which is, I hate to say Hobo Hank, but bro, he's a legend over here.
Yeah,
he's an icon, you know. And I said this, I mentioned this earlier. You know, it's OG cats like that who made the foundation and the platform, you know, for young cats like us to come up. So, you know, this isn't just another match. This isn't just, oh, Fatu. No. Like, at the end of the day, I got respect for Hank, for real.
Yeah,
And, you know, like, with the crowd, with the following that he has here, I mean, you know, this man, it's been more than just a hobby to him.
Sure.
So, you know, for him to put in this time and for me to come in here, I mean, it don't get no better. So, overall, the vibe is a little scary because he's been kicking a lot of people's butt, though.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
You know? So, other than that, man, I'm happy. I just seen the venue. The venue was awesome. I was just telling bro, man, like, it's just something when you walk into that venue when you know, like, okay, it's different. You know, I done been here, there, everywhere, but, you know, it's venues like this that made me.
Yeah.
It's venues like this where I feel comfortable. It's venues like this to where people appreciate everything. So overall, let me stop answering the first question. Hello. So thank you guys.
Jacob Fatu with us on the program. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit of pro wrestling.
Yes,
Big
sir.
event tomorrow night. Genesis and New Dawn over at the
sir.
historic El Rey Theater, DCCWtickets.com. If you buy a ticket to Duke State Championship Wrestling, everyone knows that's mine.
Yeah.
Buying a ticket, that puts money in Daddy's pocket.
So there's no confusion.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is Fred's thing. Fred
Yeah.
owns that thing, and Jacob Fatu is
Hello.
graced us with this present and tomorrow night with your talent, right? So you're gonna come out
absolutely.
and you're putting on a display that's known worldwide, right? You wrestled
Yeah.
on multiple continents. You've done a lot of crazy stuff out there.
Absolutely.
What are you going to bring to the Duke City that maybe pro wrestling and maybe soon to be pro wrestling fan hasn't seen yet?
You know what it was, and then I just tapped in with brother right there.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? This is going to be something that nobody ever seen Hubbo Hank do.
Mhm.
This is going to be something where Albuquerque, New Mexico hasn't seen. You know, if you watch me online, I appreciate it. I'm so thankful. But really, you got to come see me live.
Yeah.
You know, I'm straight a live cat. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. I mean, how can it not in this beautiful, iconic building? I
Yeah.
mean, bro, they got beautiful, like, there's history to that venue right there.
Here's
you know?
the story, man. We go to pick up Jacob at the airport today. It's me and it's Saleh, and everyone knows Brandon Ortega.
Yeah.
So we pick up Jacob, and Saleh and he, you guys are shoot relatives, right? You shoot cousins.
Yeah, that's really my blood. Yeah.
So we get him at the airport, and instantaneously, I go from knowing Saleh to hearing Saleh speak pidgin.
Yeah.
Like I lost Saleh to Jacob in about a minute.
Yeah.
And then that was it. It was, you know, my big tall white rear end walking around with the two biggest Samoans in all of Albuquerque.
Sure.
And people are walking up to Brandon. They're like, what's up? Is you and him recruiting? Like,
Yeah.
what's up? Like,
Wait,
what's the big
wait.
thing in town?
Yeah.
But that's it, right? You play a lot of sports growing up. You had a lot of
Absolutely.
opportunities, and then you chose the path of pro wrestling. Talk about that
You
a
know
little bit.
what, man? So, knowing our family, we're very big in sports. Roman Reigns, the Usos, Solo, like me, myself, bro, we all play baseball. Sports was a big thing. Wrestling actually was the last resort for all of us, you know? So when wrestling came in, like, I didn't want to be a wrestler. You know, I mean, we're going to talk about it. You know, we're going to shoot for real. And we're going to talk about it. Like, Uso and them was there. Roman didn't actually wrestle first. Jimmy Uso was the first one that had went. Jay Uso didn't go because he was still playing college football. So when they both had made it, then Roman had made a call, you know. But overall, like, I didn't want to wrestle at first. But, you know, God is good, God is great. And then, you know, it's just, this was my path. You know, it just happened to me. And then when I found out I was good at it, shout out to Gangrel. Man, Gangrel is one of the coolest cats ever that trained me. So shout out to Gangrel. Shout out to Holder Knox Pro Team. Shout out to my uncle Rikishi. You know, it saved my life. It kept me out of jail, kept me to be a father to my kids. So, I mean, look, baby, I'm here in Albuquerque, New Mexico now. So, yeah, it's going pretty good.
So, obviously, it's something you love. It's obviously something you're passionate about. But
Yes,
you come from, you know, some royalty. Is this like, you feel like the extra pressure of being from this generational wrestling family is like a heavy lies the crown situation?
You know what? Nobody's ever asked me that. That was a great question. I'm getting kind of goosebumps right now because nobody's ever asked me that. Yes, absolutely. You know, I didn't want to be known as that family member. Oh, he's just a part of the bloodline. Oh, he's just a part of the family. Because they got that all the time.
Sure.
No, I wanted to stick out and stand out. And Gangrel, you know, he had a lot to do with that. You know, so, yeah. I mean, especially the time where I'm at now, the bloodline's been on top for years.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the past 3 years. So with them being on top, and me just, absolutely. I want them to respect what I got going on. But is it hard? Yeah. But do I love it? Hell yeah, I love it because it helps me elevate my game. And I don't know. That was a question I always wanted somebody to ask. And now I don't even know how to answer it now. But absolutely, yes, man. It's definitely, bro. We got to think about the lineage all the way through the '80s. Alpha, Sika, my father, the Tonga Kid, Samu, Fatu, the Salt. Yeah, so absolutely it is. But I'm just thankful.
It's just an expression.
Let me ask you a follow-up question to
Yes.
that. Obviously, you got the influences from within your family.
Yes, sir.
What is unique about Fatu that sets you apart from the fam?
Well, you know what? What was? Damn, that was another good question. Oh, bro, you got it going in that.
I kind of do this for a living. Fatu.
No, this is awesome. No, this is awesome. So, what separates me is just like, I think it's like, when you talk about Jacob Fatu, this goes back to, he's not just another member. Gangrel said it the most. You got to put in as much as you want, to get out of it.
Sure.
So when it came to training, and mind you, and I'm looking at the camera when I say this, training was the best thing that happened to me. You got to go in there. You got to grind. You got to go get it when nobody sees nothing, So on the grind, when nobody sees, that's actually what made me different was training. Shout out to Gangrel Knox Pro.
You get a lift in before the airport this morning?
Oh, hell no. I did get a lift in with them. What was that burger we had?
Over at the 6-6 Diner.
Man, the first open-faced burger I ever had with Chili's. And let me tell you, hello. And brother said he ate it with a fork, bro. I had to pick it up and eat it, So it was love, man. It was love.
Jacob Fatu joining us on the program. We're talking about the big event tomorrow night. Hang out with us through the break.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we're going to talk. You got a football team, right?
Oh, brother, I got 7 kids, man. I'm deep in the game right now. Right? And shout out to my wife, though. Hello.
That's too much fun. Yeah, we're going to continue the laughs here at Safehouse. Come hang out with the boys if you're going out tonight. Start at the end of the block. Walk down with us. We're going to enjoy it all night long. We're on until 7 o'clock. And then don't forget, we're at Comic-Con all weekend. So you can come hang out with us, too. Jacob Fatu's at Comic-Con, 12 to 3 on Sunday. Going to be a lot of fun with He'll be there. We got some fun autographs, opportunities, those kind of things. So that thing's going to be a big laugh. More from the boys when we get back live from Safehouse. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Claire. Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's your Discover. Access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Hey, let me call you back.
Traffic right now. Things getting busy in a few spots. Let's start with westbound on I-40. Right around the interchange, you're going to downs. Those are going to last until Unser. Also, if you're exiting off of westbound on I-40 onto Unser, there is a crash on the off-ramp, so do be aware of that. Southbound I-25 right now, coming up on Osuna, you're going to see slowdowns. That'll last until Montgomery. Headed west on Paseo from Jefferson to Coors, traffic moving slow there. Also, westbound Alameda, approaching the river, dealing with some slowdowns there as well. North of the city right now, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe, traffic's moving up to speed in both directions.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
Get more in 2024 at Malloy Chevrolet in Los Lunas with more warranty forever, more cash back, like up to $6,250 on a new 2023 Chevy Silverado. Get more Chevrolet.com. See dealer for all details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Lobo women's basketball is moving this Saturday to 94-point pick. Pre-game starts at 2:30 against UNLV.
Possession now Braves bounce pass to Ogman, cutting the basket, and one for Ogman. The give and go.
Lobo women's basketball moves this Saturday to make way for wild card on the Sports Animal. So find JJ Buck and all the Lobo action this Saturday on 94.5 The Pit.
Braves and B going back and forth. Cumber's going to take the top of the key three, drains it.
Or streaming in the UNN Lobo app.
You got to love the spirit of New Mexico. It's empowering community, it's culture, and to top it all off, it's delicious food. And there's no better place to get all of that than Frontier. Frontier has been at the center of traditional New Mexican-style dishes since 1971, all made from scratch from the best ingredients. Don't forget the most amazing red and green chili in the state. Frontier, best place in New Mexico to enjoy incredible homemade dishes after a UNM Lobos game. Frontier Restaurant, proud to support our UNM Lobos.
Love is now electric. Drive into 2024 with Fiesta Subaru's first all-electric SUV with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, Solterra. Only at
Still have 2.5 minutes.
2023 Solterra for 0% APR for 72 months and skip the corner gas station. Or go where love takes you in a 2023 Outback from Fiesta Subaru for 2.9% APR for 48 months in a Solterra or Outback from Fiesta Subaru. Come in today. Don't.
I'm just sitting here pushing the buttons.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks.
Appreciate the appreciation. 2.5 minutes.
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use a free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
You're welcome.
Add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash.
Joy one for me because after we get done at 7 o'clock, I head straight home.
Use promo code MOTOR for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOTOR for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOTOR.
Gentlemen, are you feeling less energetic than you used to? Is your confidence not what it once was? It's time to turn the page with New Male Medical Center. It's Jeff Symbieta, and at New Male, they specialize in offering cutting-edge treatments for erectile dysfunction, low testosterone, and more. Their expert team is dedicated to helping you regain that spark and vitality. Imagine feeling energetic, confident, and at your best again, whether it's
1 minute to the liner, 1 minute to the liner.
in your youthful vigor or even tackling hair loss. New Male's personalized treatments are designed just for you. Don't let another day go by feeling less than your best. Join thousands of men who have transformed their lives with New Male. It's confidential, comprehensive, and most importantly, it's about you. Ready to discover the new you? Visit newmalemedical.com or call them at 505-652-1688 to schedule your private consultation today. That's 505-652-1688. New Male Medical Center, where your new chapter begins.
30.
Wrestling really works and how you get the ratings. Eric Bischoff and Conrad Thompson explain on 83 Weeks.
You and I made a bet about CM Punk. It was a hair versus hair matchup. So we're going to have a great time, and we're going to shave your head again.
As a nod to the Road Warriors, we can do the tribute haircut.
How about that? So he's going to look like Road Warrior Hawk.
Stand by liner.
Or wherever you listen.
I'm Jeff Sunday on the opening drive. Final four set. Look into that, what it all means, and Lobos go up to Air Force. How'd they do? JJ Buck and I start the.
Okay, Mike's hot.
Back live at Safehouse. The doors open in like 30 minutes, man.
Let's
Open in
go.
Like 30 minutes. Hey, what are we sipping on here? What is this?
Oh, we got some neat profit share bourbon, baby.
Okay.
Barrel aged right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Your first little sipper in New Mexico here, Fatu?
Man, thankful for it. Hello.
Jacob Fatu joining us on the program. He moved his microphone away from his mouth to have his
have a little sip.
Back at the game. Shout out to Bobcat.
All right, Jacob. You've been with a lot of promotions. You've been all over the country. You've been with a lot of quote unquote independents. First time here.
Yeah.
You have early reception of it.
Yeah.
How excited are you to put on this program? You know Booker T's here tomorrow. You know that? You know
he's
in
he?
town? You know he's in town? You know Booker T's here tomorrow?
It's good. Cousin
man,
Book.
Man. Hey, it's crazy because that's what my cousin Jimmy and Jay call him. They be like, "What's up, Book?" You know. Hey, but man, the Book's here. Listen, it's a beautiful day, man, to be out here in Albuquerque.
It's gonna be a good one for sure.
Yes,
and
sir.
you are performing at the historic El Rey tomorrow. There are no seats left, so I mean that's a given. The whole thing's sold out. We're gonna get you in with GAs though. If you want to come in, Van leaves the GA party when we're over at the El Rey, so please come and enjoy that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Van knows all the chants and all the stuff. How's the crowd going to react when you come out, Jacob? Because you got a lot of life. You're real friendly right now, but I feel like you might not be the kindest guy when you come outside tomorrow night.
Well, it's work, man. Like, it's different. But hey, but besides all that, man, y'all come out here tomorrow. Man, I ain't one of those cats that just stay in the back. Man, we mingle in with everybody, all right? Not only that, man, this is a home promotion. Like, this actually reminds me of like where I came up at. And I think this is why, not saying because my cousin or like whatever it is, I told y'all before, like, this just hit home. So, hey, man, you guys pull up over here on us tomorrow. Man, come pull up. Man, I'm functioning with everybody.
I like that.
We're going to talk about our problems. We're going to talk about everything we got going on in our regular life, So, shout out to everybody.
Man, write that one down.
I'm going to.
I'm functioning with everyone.
Yeah.
Bob's ears at the station went, what? I like that a lot. So we're talking about football a little bit, though, right? You said you grew up playing baseball.
Hell yeah.
You grew up playing football, too?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
man. I love football. Like all of us do.
What team do you follow? Who's your squad?
Man, San Francisco 49ers,
okay, so
man.
they're pretty good.
Oakland Raiders. Hey, listen, I'm a real Northern California fan, man. Like, I love Cali teams, but overall, SF though, man. We Niner gang. Hello, bang bang, man.
So wait, you're born in '89, right?
No, I was born in '90. I was born in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Well, my dad and them was working for WCW.
Okay.
I thought I was 30 until my wife had to tell me, babe, you're not 30, baby, you're 33. Hello. Gotta wake it up. Hey, but it might be because of this a good thing we got going on.
I don't hate that at all.
So like there's a unique setup at the El Rey Theater, because I mean, historically you wouldn't put a wrestling ring in there, but luckily the vision of Fed and then the rest of the ownership group for Duke City Championship Wrestling, it's very unique. Are you like excited to get your digs in on something different that you might not experience on your travels out when you're working?
You know what? Absolutely, because I actually walked through the whole venue. I mean, brother, they got an outside, they got a stage on the outside.
Yeah.
Bro, I got lost just going to the bar. I got going to the bar. So I got lost going to the bathroom, But yeah, man, it's just different. You just, like I said, it reminds me of like the ECW arena. Not saying it's ECW, but man, when you walk into venues like that, you just feel it. So absolutely, man. And you know what? Shout out to everybody who's working over there today, because man, it's nothing but love over there. So hell yeah.
And we put up some of those photos before, man, where how many people it takes to put together a Duke City Championship Wrestling show?
Right.
It's something like 60 people we have on the compensation list.
Wild.
It's wild to me what it takes to do it. You're here in Albuquerque this weekend, Jacob, but you're somewhere different every weekend, right? Next weekend you're in Florida. You're wrestling next Friday.
Yes.
With who? With this GCW?
Well, my cousin Zilla Fatu.
Okay.
He's the youngest son of Umaga. None of Umaga's boys wrestle besides Zilla, and Zilla is the youngest. So, it's just a breakout year for our family. I mean, man, Usinum is up, Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns head of the table. And, for us to be out here on the indie scene, and then once again, this goes back to not riding off of our family name. You know, if you're going to think about Jacob Fatu, then goddamn it, like, what type of work I put in.
When do you put some paint on your face?
You know what? I almost thought about that last week. I'm not even joking. He's bringing it up because you know what? I'm trying to elevate myself.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look for different things every day, So I was very close. You know what? We might do it tomorrow if y'all come by over here. Right?
A lot of the performers, man, as they get a little bit older, they go to the paint because you still look young.
Very nice.
Yeah, Gold Dust can still go.
Are you hinting at something? Do I need to start painting my face? Was that what you're saying?
I'm not saying I know, but I'm saying I know.
It's the lighting, Fred.
We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
I'm in. I'm in.
So obviously we got to cut this one out because we got to continue our regular coverage. But you got Hobo Hank tomorrow night. You've never wrestled Hobo Hank.
Nope.
He is the name in Albuquerque. Can you guys like that idea of going to every city across this country, just knocking off their top guy? How would you feel about that?
You know what? Once again, I don't. He's trying to get me right now. We ain't knocking nobody off. At the end of the day, I got to work for my stuff. You know? And then, this goes back to having somebody like Hobo Hank out here where, OGs, much respect, much love to where, he set down the foundation and the platform. So, is it going to be easy? No, because he has way more knowledge and experience, than I do have. But if we're going to go to work, oh, yeah, we're going to go to work, So at the end of the day, y'all pull up on us tomorrow, and, man, it's going down.
Jacob Patu, thank you so very much. Thank you for taking the time with us. Thank you for sharing a meal with me over at 6-6 Diner, man. Friends of the show, 6-6 Diner.
I'm still full. full.
I got the blue plate special today.
Hello.
You always get the blue plate special. It's not a surprise.
I was like, oh my God, macaroni! I got new teeth. Let's go.
Hey, did you guys share a milkshake on your way out, or what? A little milkshake to go. Hey, not when you're jobbing tomorrow. Like, no extra sugar on the tum tum when you're jobbing.
Oh no, we're good. We ain't that close.
We continue our talk about the NFL roundtable whenever we get back, including the coaching carousel, including the world of pro wrestling that surrounds it. Also, Hobo Hank will join us at 5 o'clock on the dot. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Safehouse downtown. Don't forget, home of your playoff and Super Bowl coverage, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Clashon International.
Drought doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Well, traffic right now, things moving slow, especially headed west this afternoon. We'll start with westbound I-40. As you approach the interchange, you're going to see slowdowns. Those slowdowns are going to go all the way down to Unser. So watch yourself going westbound Paseo between I-25 and Coors. We're dealing with congestion there. Headed west on Rio Bravo between 2nd Street and Isleta, dealing with some slowdowns there. Also westbound Alameda at the river. We've got a little bit of congestion there as well. Southbound on I-25 right now, Osuna to Montgomery, traffic moving a bit slow there. And seeing a little bit of a slowdown northbound I-25 between Gibson and Central.
This report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas in Pennsylvania. Quality Buick GMC at Lomas in Pennsylvania now has huge savings on over 100 new GMCs. Rates 0.9% or up to $6,500 cash back. Quality Buick GMC, Lomas in Pennsylvania, and QualityDeal.com.
If then call hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with the CBS Sports Minute. After a disappointing 6-6 start, the Bills travel to Kansas City and mark the 6-game win streak for Buffalo. Kansas City heads to Orchard Park of Bills Chiefs. It's simply now or never for the Bills. If they can't beat the Chiefs, then they never will in the playoffs. I'm in on Buffalo and think they defeat Kansas City by a final score of 24-20 to advance to the AFC title game. I'm Zach Gelb.
Lobo women's basketball is...
That's okay. Still got a few minutes.
Pre-game starts at 2:30 against UNLV.
Still got 3 minutes.
In the basket and one for Ogden. The give and go.
Lobo women's basketball moves this Saturday to make way for wild card football on the Sports Animal. So find JJ Buck and all the Lobo action. 94.5 The Pit.
Braves and B going back and forth. Cumber's going to take the top of the key. 3 trains it.
Or streaming in the UNM Lobo app.
This is Safety Tavian Combs. Whether I'm on at Everguard Roofing and Solar, I believe teamwork is a cornerstone. Everguard leads the way for home and commercial roofing in New Mexico. Why choose Everguard? It's straightforward. They prioritize honesty and delivering top-notch work. I take immense pride in being a part of the Everguard team. In need of a reliable roof or considering solar, call 505-821-9543. That's 821-9543. Or visit everguardroofing.com today. Everguard Roofing and Solar, New Mexico.
Love electric. Drive into 2024 with Fiesta Subaru's first all-electric SUV with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, Solterra. Only at Fiesta Subaru can you drive home the 2023 Solterra for 0% APR per month and skip the corner gas station. Or go where love takes you in a 20 pack from Fiesta Subaru for 2.9% 48 months. Solterra or Outback Subaru. Come in today. Don't Fiesta with Fiesta.
You all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they you into calling. I'm not here to do that.
Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 883-5795. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795. Tax Relief
Liner in 1 minute.
People.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Many people think all injury lawyers are the same, their experience is the same, and that the outcome of their case will be the same. That's just not true. Hurt in a wreck? Be cautious of which personal injury firm you hire. Look for a law firm with a proven track record of results, like Lerner & Rowe. We've collected billions of dollars, 150,000 injured people.
Can get you more. Call 544-44.
Carlos Obri Espinosa, the managing attorney, 27 Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
What's up?
Every penny.
Back in 30.
All of your debit card purchases to your savings account or donate change. Enroll in Change Up today at sandia.org. Sandia area. Better banking without the bank.
It's based off of my
Save some money on your every month when you take advantage of low risk.
I mean, everyone knows Dr. Phil.
Visit sandia.org to learn more. Sandia area.
Dr. Joy Carruthers.
Without the
king of sports talk.
No one ever
We're in the
listens
liner,
to
but
Dr.
The Jim Rome Show. We on.
Hey, Mike's going hot.
Yep. Thank you.
Mike's hot.
I'm exhausted from trying to keep up the Jacob spot too.
That's some energy right there. That's some energy.
Dan, you have $1,000.
I hate to admit it.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay. Even if you have $1,000.
Okay, just one of them.
Okay.
Not multiple.
Nope.
Okay.
That's not enough money to cover the average ticket price for the Bucks-Lions game this Sunday, as they're going for $1,186. That's the highest priced ever divisional game.
It's just to walk into the stadium, or that's an actual chair?
That's the average price for a chair. The average. There are some cheaper, there are some more expensive.
Sure.
But on average, $1,186.
I would consult the De Beers Corporation
Okay.
on this one, because this is a scarcity thing right here. Like, there's only so many diamonds released to the public every year.
You know
There's
about
only
Lions
so
home
many.
games.
There's only so many Lions playoff home games
Very
in the
good.
history of the world that people can attend. Of course, it's expensive. They haven't had one of these in 32 years.
So there's 360 million people in the country. So we're going to break that down to Detroit. How many people live in Detroit?
Bob, his head is spinning so hard right now.
300,000 people. So statistically, about 20 people a day will die in Detroit.
Mhm.
Therefore, there's 20 people a day that won't live to see a home Detroit Lions playoff game. And if they had $1,186, they won't make it. Oh, this is very sad.
Okay, well, if you think $1,186 is a lot,
$1,186?
just wait till next week when the Detroit Lions have a home
Against the
NFC
Packers.
championship
Against the
game
Packers.
against their hated rival, the Packers. How expensive do you think those tickets are going to be? Make up a number.
If you live in Detroit, you sell your nice house, you move to one
First
of the
off, sorry.
You move to one of the $1 houses. Bob, there's so much cheap real estate.
They're giving it away.
I have seen pictures.
I went to
Whole blocks with not a house on them.
I went to Detroit over the summer for SummerSlam. The D is looking nice. I mean, I'm like, there's no punchline here.
Mhm.
They really are kind of figuring it out. Like, it's not what it used to be.
Yeah, they're a metropolis on the way up.
Yeah.
You know, they've been a punchline for quite some time. You know, it used to be either what's worse, Cleveland or Detroit. And now it's just Cleveland. It's the only punchline.
Imagine
now that kids love Creed again, Nickelback's the only punchline now.
This
Congratulations,
is how
Detroit.
You remind me. To me, and hear me out, if we had said, give me a number, man, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, hey, you know what the highest ever divisional playoff ticket will cost? Guess what? 2 teams.
Yeah.
Van,
Yeah.
guess what? 2 teams.
Oh, could it possibly be Detroit and Tampa Bay? There's no way.
Detroit's like, listen, I know we just won a playoff game for the first time in 30 years. Like, we're way better than the Cowboys now. Let's jack the prices.
This is supply and demand.
Yeah.
There's only so many seats in that stadium, and there's millions and millions and millions, I think, of Lions fans who've lived their whole life and never experienced this thing. It's like Cubs fans going to the World Series in 15. Like, whoever would have thought that you finally got that moment in your lifetime? This is that moment for Lions fan right now. So many people want to get in that stadium.
They're deprived. They've been deprived of winning football longer than anyone except for the Dallas Cowboys. They now have surpassed the Dallas Cowboys. For a long time, the joke was the Detroit Lions.
Right.
The joke is now, Van, the Dallas Cowboys. They don't win playoff games. They refuse to. The Dallas Cowboys are not as good as the Detroit Lions.
Orange is the new black. 50 is the new 40. Yeah. Cowboys are the new Lions.
The Packers upset the 49ers this weekend.
Which will happen.
Yeah. You're on to what? You're on to the best NFC championship game in the history of professional football. Period.
Wild. Detroit. The Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
They were on Hard Knocks 2 years ago because everyone knew they're going to suck.
Correct.
Dan Campbell said, hey, we got something here. I have a vision, and I'm going to lay out my vision to all of you people.
Aaron Glenn, come with me.
And all of it came true. He saw what he had in Jared Goff.
Deuce Staley, help me.
He saw what he didn't have in TJ Hawkinson. Yeah. Addition by subtraction.
That's a wild stat.
Yes.
When they were like, that Hawkinson kid scheme, you know how I know? Watch me get Laporta.
Yeah.
Watch me get a Rook. Hey, here's the thing, guys. You may have forgot because I'm the head coach of the Detroit Lions, the team that's way better than the Dallas Cowboys. I used to actually be a tight end.
Yeah.
I can teach this one.
I know how to do this.
This is the one I'm good at.
This is the thing that I do.
I'm like very good at it.
So the way they win is insane too.
Yeah.
It's the way they win is very Dan Campbellian, if you will. They can win a shootout. They can put up a bunch of points with Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown and then hopefully Laporta. And they could win it rough. They could win it dirty too. They got that Detroit vibe on the defensive side of the ball. Aaron Glenn ain't no sucker. He's got these guys prepared. This thing is real. This isn't a one-year fluke.
Right.
The Lions are here now.
When, we started off talking about the ticket prices or whatever. We're just talking about resale market. We're just talking about secondary.
Right.
If you're a season ticket holder who was there all year and you're sitting at or near the 50-yard line in the second tier, you're still only paying $200.
Right.
Way to go. Also, sell that thing for $1,189.
Right.
Sell it right now. Hey, heck, sell it to a Tampa Bay fan. I don't care.
Like a real Lions fan will never let that happen. It is. You could hand them a blank check and just write something in here.
Now, hold on. I'm doing some math.
It's not going to work.
I'm doing some math, man.
They will keep it. They will keep that chair no matter what number you put out there.
1,189. That's what we said, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's divide that by the number of years, 33.
Man,
that only works out to be like $36 a year. That's not bad to go to a playoff game for the team that hasn't done it like this in 33 years.
That's pretty good.
I got $36. Yeah. I could save that 33 years in a row.
Are these Detroit Lions ticket prices or are the Dodgers front office? Like, who's doing this math here?
The texter is telling me the Niners got this. This segment is not about the Niners.
We're going to have one of those later.
Figure it out, San Francisco fan. The Sports Animal text line, the Niners got it. You know what the Niners got? They got to worry about Green Bay, who's going to put it on them.
They got a soft-ass Brock Purdy, who's going to be exposed.
It's rude that you said it like that.
Big Brock Purdy guy here. Big Brock Purdy house. We're so happy for Mr. Irrelevant, but he's getting exposed.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm that guy. If you're going to an NFL game and you're not in a box, if you're just in a seat, don't go. It's not good enough. If you go in a box, it's cool.
Okay.
You go to an NFL game and you're just in the stands, stay at home. Watch it on your TV. Get Papa John's. Do whatever you do. But it's not going to the NHL. It's not going to the NBA. It's not going to a baseball game.
Yeah.
It is the worst one in person.
It's the worst one in person compared to how good it is on television.
It is so good on television.
The discrepancy is giant.
Yeah. You watch it on television and you're like, hey, this thing is fire. These replays are fire. That little yellow line that you're so accustomed to for the first down marker, that thing is important to the viewing experience.
Yeah.
It's the thing you want to have. When you're there in person, Joe Buck's not telling you what's happening.
And it takes so long in between plays.
Yeah.
And then the commercial breaks last forever. And then playoff halftimes, who knows?
Jimmy Eat World's
they
there.
Force you to watch Jimmy Eat World.
There's pen to pad.
Never mind, sell your tickets.
Punishment worse than death.
I take that back. Sell your tickets.
Once a month, our friend Hobo Hank joins us on the broadcast.
Aww.
Talk about Duke State Championship Wrestling. He'll be joining us after the break. Just keep it on. 95.9 FM and AM 610. Home of your NFL playoff and Super Bowl coverage. The Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, westbound on I-40 as you approach.
Yep.
Well, you're going to see slowdowns. Those slowdowns going to stick around for Coors. I-25 southbound Osuna to Montgomery. Traffic moving a bit slow there as well. Also dealing with congestion headed west on Paseo from I-25 until Coors. And westbound Alameda right now approaching 2nd Street. Traffic moving slow there. Those slowdowns will last until the river.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
If you didn't, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from 3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Cowboy fan really did not want to hear a lecture from their somehow still employed head coach. A lecture about how confident their somehow still employed head coach is in their, quote, championship program. A lecture about how he knows how to win. Big Mike hit the big podium in Big D and started bumping his big gums. Then again, I guess none of that should come as a surprise. I guess by now, Cowboy fans should be used to it because Cowboy fan basically never gets what from this football team. Cowboy fan wanted a new head coach. Cowboy fan wanted a deep playoff run. Cowboy wanted to see an NFL championship appearance at some point over the last years. Instead, what Cowboy fan got was more their owner, their still employed head coach, about how they're very close.
The only thing better than hype is golden pride. Because when you take pride in doing something, you are sure to deliver the best thing you do. That is why some of the best barbecue ribs since 1972. Perfect for your Lobo tailgate. And to top it off, they are also known for the best tasting, award-winning burritos in town. The variety they have, you're sure to taste the New Mexican experience. Golden Pride is also a proud supporter of our Lobos.
Love is now electric. Drive it with Fiesta Subaru's first all-electric SUV with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, Solterra. Only at Fiesta Subaru can you drive home the 2023 Solterra for 0% APR for 72 months and skip the corner gas station. Or go where love takes you in a 2023 Outback from Fiesta Subaru for 2.9% APR for 48 months. In a Solterra or Outback from Fiesta Subaru. Come in today. Don't Fiesta with Fiesta Subaru.
Online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Site for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic Agra that works the same, but is 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
KG40BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castilla. This is 2 Men On with
And Mike is hot.
I can't believe it's 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's go.
Yeah.
The boys are at Safehouse. Little profit share whiskey in my hand. Joining us on the program, Hobo Hank, big Duke City Championship Wrestling match tomorrow night. Don't forget, Hobo Hank and I, we own Duke City Championship Wrestling. Therefore, if you buy a ticket to the event, you're sliding money into Daddy's pockets. Joe, you've been to Safehouse a couple times. Have you had this profit share whiskey yet?
That is a smooth whiskey.
Yeah, you put it in your mouth?
Yeah, I'll put it all over my mouth and in my mouth, especially on 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon.
There we go. We got a big event tomorrow night. All the seats, Van, are sold GA only. We always talk about the GA. We should change GA to the van party.
Yeah, the van party.
The van party.
Sure.
Because everyone who gets GA just follows you around like ducklings following a mama duck.
If you will, it's pure vandemonium back there. Yeah,
See,
it is.
And I was going to chime in and say vending room only.
Oh, well done.
I write this note down. February show, new name, vending room only.
Okay.
Not the worst name.
I mean, the seats are lovely if you're there.
Yeah.
But the view next to me at the bar, fantastic. It's fantastic.
Nice. Seats, pro wrestling fans, vending room only party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Hobo Hank's with us. He's wrestling Jacob Fatu, who joined us earlier on the program today. Jacob Fatu has just a rich lineage in the world of pro wrestling, but Hobo Hank is known for beating up guys with rich lineages in pro wrestling. Hobo Hank, how excited are you to defend the honor of Albuquerque against the stranger who comes to town and Jacob Fatu?
Fred, it's rare that I get super excited about a match
because you don't care anymore and you've lost your love for the sport, and working alongside me is just worn you dry.
That's a good portion of it, Fred. On a bigger scale, you got to remember, man, I've been doing this for 27 years and I've had literally 600 plus matches, and so
I have similar numbers.
However, this one, honestly, I am super excited, and it's a long time coming. So fans don't realize that Jacob and I were set to have a program of matches together many years ago, and I don't remember the date. I feel like it's been about 8 or 10 years. I was supposed to be flying out to California and vice versa for a series of 6 matches, and things just happened. Different promotions went different directions, and we never got that opportunity to make that dream come true. So to come full circle, we had one opportunity to get him here at Duke City Championship Wrestling, and I said I would relish the opportunity to get in the ring with that man. So let's make it happen.
Look, Hobo Hank, you don't got to be PC on this program.
On this show.
You know our show.
Yep.
It's fear.
Yeah.
He was scared of you. He's
you
ducking you. He's been ducking you for
long
years.
time.
That's the truth.
It may be. I don't know. He's a big Samoan
big
son
boy.
of a gun. I don't know how scared he is of many people on this planet. But, you'd have to ask him why it didn't happen. It wasn't me. I did not back out. So, I won't back out tomorrow night here in Albuquerque. I'll be standing there proud in the middle of our ring and ready to rock and roll with the best of them.
We're going to have to rebrand this thing, though, Van, because it's the best party in town. I don't know how else to describe what goes on there once a month at the historic El Rey. You guys going last, or what's up?
We are actually second to last.
Oh!
So, yeah, we have the championship match, right? So Thunder will be defending his belt against Turbo Tony.
Okay.
And I'm a traditionalist. The belts, the DCCW championship belt, although it's being worn around the waist of somebody questionable at the moment, that belt means more than anything. So it has to have its respect and go on last.
Well, there you go.
Well, how hard are you rooting for Turbo Tony? Because he's your boy now. Well, you guys are comrades now, and he gets a chance to knock off your old friend who turned on you.
Yes. Now I would prefer the opportunity to get my own brand of comeuppance on Thunder, but since it's not my opportunity, yes, I'll be cheering on Turbo Tony from the back, loud and proud.
I
And
mean, if you survive Jacob Fatu.
Smart.
That's we'll see. Have to see. You know, I think it's going to be a long night, Fred. I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
He's a big boy, but I've been doing this a long time, so I'm ready to roll.
Well, and speaking of getting outside of the ring for just a moment, you know, we're in what, our 9th show now or something crazy, right? We're almost coming up on our 1-year anniversary. We've been hitting milestones every month. We're going on the road. You know, we're taking the production to Clovis. That's going to be a lot of fun as Duke City Championship Wrestling's overtaking New Mexico. We just worked the deal in its entirety for Cinco de Mayo down in Las Cruces, which is where you have family down there. So I know you're excited to go down there and perform. But the state fair, all these cool things going on. Is this the vision you had when we first sat down to revigorate Albuquerque with pro wrestling? Was it an idea to actually revigorate the entire state?
Well, to be honest, was it hopeful? A vision? Yes. You know, this is kind of what I always dreamed of. Did I ever in a million years think we would get to this point in such a short period of time? No.
All right.
It's crazy to me. I mean, Clovis, we'll be there at the Curry County Event Center.
The Dirty Curry van.
6,000 people that place holds, so it's a huge venue. I was in Clovis earlier this week, actually, and there's posters up all around town. There's already a buzz going on with the local community there, and so I think it's going to be a huge event. And I'm excited to get out and wrestle just all over our state and bring it statewide.
DCCWLive.com for tickets to the Clovis event. Doors are at 6 tomorrow, band. Live music by Man High at 6:30. We have a fun national anthem rendition by my Going Over co-host, Saleh Taylor. Gonna play it on the guitar.
Stoked.
Did I tell you that?
Stoked.
Is this news?
This is news to me, Albuquerque.
So
I've never seen a guitar performance of the national anthem
by
a big Samoan
well,
guy.
and I'll be super straight here. I don't love the national anthem. We've talked about this before in air. I love this song.
When people put their own twist on it,
right?
I'm assuming that's what upsets you.
That's the thing I love, though.
You like it. You like to play it straight.
Yeah. If you're like, Fran, we got to play the national anthem. Let's play it off YouTube. Let's play it off Spotify. How about this? Shut up. Why don't we get a guitar and give it the respect it deserves? We played it off a Game Boy one time. We played it off a guitar. We've had multiple guest singers play it. Like, it is our performance.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna do it, you do it right, and you do it on a guitar.
I got no argument for any of that. We do everything different in Duke City
We're
Championship
weird.
Wrestling. Everything.
No spoilers here, but go ahead and spoil a little bit. How important is it that people are there for the opening 7:30 start of Duke City Championship Wrestling? How important is the opening segment tomorrow night at the historic El Rey Theater? I would say more important than you versus Jacob Fatu.
You know, I wouldn't go that far, but yes, no, I absolutely want to make sure you're there early and in your seat, ready to roll. We kick off the show. Well, we kick off every show with something pretty special, and you don't want to miss a single moment of that. But tomorrow, I'm even more excited. So just mark that down on your notebook there, folks, and get there early and enjoy what you see.
Make a little note, man. Some people call a note a eulogy. Make a little eulogy in your phone for the 7:30 start tomorrow.
I don't think they do that, but that is an excellent hint to what we'll be getting into.
Yes.
Hobo Hank, for those who can't make it to the El Rey Theater this Saturday or in the future on Thursdays, or for whatever reason, maybe you got social anxiety disorder, maybe you smell like Hobo Hank and you don't want to go in public.
You do smell.
Can you talk a little bit about the TV program that you can catch up on all the action in Duke City Championship Wrestling?
Yeah, I mean, so if you can't make it out for whatever reason, or you happen to miss an event,
grow up.
We are easy to find. So we've got DukeCityChampionshipWrestling.com, which has links to everything that we do, all of our social media, all of our broadcasts. We are proudly presented on the ProView Sports Network, on the Comcast network, or Comcast company, and you can view us every Saturday morning. I believe it comes on at noon. That's the live show, and then it is rebroadcast via YouTube on both their channel and our channel as well, Duke City Championship Wrestling on YouTube.
I like everything about that. Last thought before we go, and I'm not trying to take away from the big event tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you real straight, friends of the show, it's already sold out. Like, we're already there. Like, we've already done things. If you're coming to GA, you're coming to party, but you're going to be at Comic-Con this weekend, Hobo Hank.
Yeah, that's correct, man. I'm excited. I haven't been to Comic-Con in a few years. Really, really proud to have our brand represented the way it is over there. We got a couple of really special guests are going to be part of our booth. Sunday afternoon, I will be taking part in a promo camp where we're going to teach fans how to cut wrestling promos. So
sweet.
These folks that have signed up for this are going to get some time with a few of Duke City Championship Wrestling's best and some of our behind-the-scenes broadcast team. We're going to teach you how to cut a wrestling promo, how to talk people in the building, and we're going to have some fun. We're actually going to videotape these folks cutting their own promos, and we're going to air those on our Instagram. So if you want to be Instagram famous with Duke City Championship Wrestling, come
Love
out.
it.
We get
3
so
to
many
6
likes.
Comic-Con.
How about Hank? You're the best, brother. How are your Cowboys doing?
Like I don't like the Cowboys, like the rodeo. I don't watch sports. I'm the least sports watching sports representative sporter in the state of New Mexico. I have no idea what's going on.
Stupid, like the rodeo.
No.
Oh, what a good start to the show. When we get back, we're jumping back into the world of the NFL, as that's all the talk that's going on this weekend that's not Duke City Championship Wrestling. Hobo Hank, good luck.
Thank you, Albuquerque. I will see you tomorrow night right there at the ringside.
Yeah.
More from the boys whenever we get back. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Are you a sports Claire? You need to visit the premier sports entertainment, music, and memorabilia store, All in Autographs. All in Autographs is a one-stop shop for sports fanatics. Off in Town Square on autographs.com.
This report brought to you by Gateway Financial Services and Insurance.
Well, traffic right now, westbound on I-40. As you approach Carlisle, you're going to see slowdowns. Those slowdowns going to stick around for Coors. I-25 southbound of SUNY to Montgomery. Traffic moving a bit slow there as well. Also dealing with congestion headed west on Paseo from I-25 until Coors. And westbound Alameda right now, approaching 2nd Street. Traffic moving slow there. Those slowdowns will last until the river. For more than 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite weekly stop. Friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Shop local for an extensive selection of gifts for owners and pets. The Pet Supply Superstore. Visit clarkspets.com. This report is sponsored by Clark's Pet Emporium. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World-class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
Yes, at home when the weather is ideal against a bad team, the Dolphins look like Mike Tyson at 23 years old. But did they even compete against Kansas City? Did you watch the play calling in the second half in this game? Mike McDaniel was protecting Tua. They didn't extend his contract. Let's stop the Pro Bowl stuff.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
The Window Depot has everything you need to create the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. Browse the aisles of in-stock cabinets available in a variety of sizes and configurations and instantly elevate your space today. Visit a showroom and let our experts guide you. Whether you're choosing from ready-to-go designs or creating a custom masterpiece, we can help you select the perfect wood, color, and style. And top it off with unique hardware.
Fred?
And a location near you at thewindow.depot.com.
Yeah, turn Van's mic down.
Window store.
Okay. No. Turn Van's mic down just a little bit.
And for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day.
Okay, thank you. And what is you kept using a term I'm unfamiliar with?
So you can get the right answer and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Life insurance. Are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
When you use your electric vehicle in autopilot or self-driving mode, accidents can still happen. Whether you consider it fault or not, you may still have a claim. Lerner & Rowe is the first law firm in America with the ability to review the proprietary software that holds electric vehicle manufacturers responsible. If you were injured in an EV accident, call Lerner and Rowe today.
Get you more. Call 544-4444. Carlos Obrius Sanosis, managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Some work may be performed by referred to other attorneys.
Take a good look around your office.
Rejoin in 30.
Use a little rearranging. Maybe a new chair here or there, a few new desks. Wait a minute, let's just trash the whole thing and start all over again. There you go. That's thinking big. Call Albuquerque Office Systems at 345-2824 and have Jason Bowder or any associate come with
Liner in 10.
remanufactured modular office cubicles as well as all office furniture. Or you could just go to their website, aosabq.com. Albuquerque Office Systems. Do your part. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Only part of your morning that doesn't suck.
Stand by.
Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Mike is hot.
It's Animal.
The Atlanta Falcons have Bill Belichick as their top candidate. They flew him to Atlanta. They put him on Arthur Blank's private jet, dinner, and meetings, and multiple influencers in the organization. And Bill Belichick is like the hot girl in high school. You don't talk to he or her unless you know you're trying to date them. So this thing is over. Bill Belichick is going to be with the Falcons.
It's a pretty good get. They need to upgrade quarterback. And if they do that, Bill Belichick's going to be a happy dude. But you got to ask backwards, Fred.
You're talking about because Carmelo Anthony went to the Hawks one time and he just got a free fancy dinner from him, and then he went and signed with the Suns. Is that what you're going to talk about?
That's pretty smart too. The Falcons aren't interviewing Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is interviewing the Falcons.
I want to be wined and dined and 69, man. Let's go.
You're thinking about Robert Kraft.
All right.
So Bill Belichick, he sets the guidelines. He sets the rules here.
Mm-hmm.
He's there interviewing the Falcons organization. He's talking to their heads of player personnel. Is Bijan Robinson that good? Are they misusing Kyle Pitts that much? Does Desmond Ridder actually suck that bad? Like, how good is this defense? Do I got toys to play with here in Atlanta? He's interviewing them. He's going to figure out if he wants to go there. Of course Atlanta wants Bill Belichick.
Do you think part of the interview question is like, hey, Bill, what would you do if your team was up 28-3 in a Super Bowl against an opponent? Do you think that's part of it? Do you think that's a question that they're asking him?
I mean, wouldn't that be like the most epic Atlanta Falcons thing if they're up 2 interviews to nothing on the Chargers and then the Chargers take him?
I've talked about that Super Bowl a lot whenever I talk about why the NFL is fake. I've talked about it a lot because whenever Atlanta was up 28-3, what they should have done, and this is not in hindsight, I was saying this in real time, that they should only run the ball for the remainder of the game and go 35 seconds on every single play clock. And if they get first downs, great. And if they don't, that's okay because the clock continues the run. You punt the ball all the way down the field. You play good defense. Maybe they score 3 more times. You're still okay.
Still fine. Bill Belichick would have figured that out.
But, here's the thing. The NFL wouldn't let Atlanta do it. I've talked about this ad nauseum. Where the NFL said, no, you have to drop back. No, you have to get in the quarterback. No, Matt Ryan has to make plays because it has to be exciting because it's the Super Bowl. They can't just be super boring, take a knee, give up 3 scores in the second half and still win the game.
Yeah.
It can't be that.
No.
It could have been that.
It could have been that.
It should have been that.
Literally could have done that.
Okay, I'm about to lose it because you know how I get on this topic.
Sure.
If you love football, you love the idea of Atlanta, Newt Rockne up the middle, every single play, maybe getting first downs, maybe not, in the most boring, fastest second half in the history of the Super Bowl. But you don't love football, friend of the show.
Right.
You love entertainment.
Right.
You love the spectacle. You love the comeback. You love the big story. You love the hated empire that is Bill Belichick and his New England Patriots overcoming the good that is the Atlanta Falcons and Matt Ryan. And I'll assume who was the running back? I have no idea.
Him.
Work done.
Sure.
Don't know. But that's not the point.
Nobody wants to bunt the runner over to third base.
Oh, good point.
No one wants to see that. But it's the smart move every time. If you don't have a 300 hitter, you don't have an all-star caliber hitter up to bat, You bunt the guy from second to third base every time. Atlanta Falcons could have kneeled it out and won the Super Bowl. They could have pissed everyone in the world off, but it would have worked. But instead, what happened? Bill Belichick wouldn't have done that.
Hey, Arthur, I'm excited to be here and be your coach. How quickly can your private jet go pick up Josh McDaniel? I'm gonna need him down here.
You know it.
He's
he's bringing him back.
Yeah, he's familiar with Marcus Mariota. We had him when he was in Oakland. There was a period of time when I let Josh go and kind of pretend coach some other teams so he could scout some players that would ultimately we could end up here in Atlanta, well, the greater suburbs of Atlanta, and we could put together a championship squad, Arthur. So how quick can your plane go? Go pick him up. Bill O'Brien actually just took a job. He went back to college. So all I have, also Matt Patricia, we're going to get him too. So that's our goal. We're going to bring in those guys, and we're going to play good football.
So that's Vrabel's available. You could go get Mike Vrabel for the defensive side of the ball. Also, on draft day, I'm going to need you to do something for me. Take a Michigan quarterback in the 6th round.
Smart.
And then what I'm going to want you to do is get a veteran quarterback, maybe
available?
Go out and get Kirk Cousins, and then get him injured, and then bring in a 6th round Michigan quarterback. It's going to work out fantastic for 15 years. I promise.
With Mike Vrabel here, who has more career receiving touchdowns than Pitts, he's going to be able to teach him how to play tight end.
Then
as
go get Justin Jefferson for 1 season, and then we're going to go undefeated. And then we're going to lose to the Giants again.
I've had my eyes on this Barrios kid down in Miami. He's as far as the wide receivers go down there, it's a talented core, but he's the widest one. So I'm going to want to go ahead and grab him.
Do you guys, how many ex-quarterbacks do you have in your wide receiver room, Arthur? Because I would like to have another one, if you wouldn't mind. I'm going to do that. And do you think we could possibly change our colors, Arthur, of the Atlanta Falcons? Could you, what do we think is going on there? Is it possibly, can we do that? We're off.
It's all the way off. Google Pixel 6.
You make sure. Talk, ABQ, 1, 2, 3.
In the parking lot, smoking Newports and drinking Tennessee.
Oh, no, I did, but I wouldn't be surprised.
He brought his own mini bottle of Tennessee.
Bought it over at the other office.
Remember how you acted right when you got your allowance? Off and on again, kind of. There we go.
way to really remove every problem that I have is suicide.
What's the quickest one? There's a long game too. You could make this thing super successful. Hire out people. And you just sit back with a microphone.
And get pussy.
Yeah. That's a pretty good idea.
Will you turn your phone on, please? Will you cycle that on off real quick?
Okay.
Oh, no problem.
It's not connecting to me either.
I didn't have the password right. Should be good. Should be good.
To Diggs. It's that as simple as that.
All right,
Give the
took
ball to
so long,
Stephon Diggs.
It's okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
On the other side.
Okay, here we go. I'm just going to crossfade you out of CBS. Your mic is going hot.
Is he going to be running for his life?
It's an option next time.
Well, we figured it out. So way to go, everyone. Thank you, big Bob Walpo back at the station.
What a dude.
A little tech diffs. We do this little off-air talk, and Van's like, I'll just keep going off-air as we're live. Van, stop. Stop doing that.
Just in case we went right back, I let my Bill Belichick talking to Arthur Smith bit go on for like 7 minutes. I'm not sure when it stopped.
Yeah, not sure when it stopped.
Yeah.
Bob, were people able to hear our spot-on Bill Belichick impersonations or no?
No.
Oh, bummer. Bummer. That's a bummer.
Well, I mean, we really.
Well, if the equipment have.
I mean, the equipment's a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, you want it to do well.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well, in a little inside baseball, we broke the power cord the other day, so that was kind of an issue. But we got a new one. Just life. Life.
Also,
happens.
we're just flying through the air right now.
Are you talking about space?
This is like
Okay,
literal
here we
magic.
go.
This
Here we
is
go.
literal magic what we're doing. We got a little, what is this, like 14 inches by 8 inches, maybe 2 inches depth, like a little machine that sends us through the internet, and then the station sends it to the top of the mountain, and then the top of the mountain goes to you in your car or Facebook Live or YouTube Live. This is magic what's happening right now.
Bob, is it true that we're on Magic 99.5 the way that Van is describing it?
Well, somewhat. I mean, our FM signal does go up to the mountain, but our AM signal goes down to the valley.
Ooh.
All right. South Valley. All right.
FM
Yeah.
up, AM down. Let's
Yes.
go.
And I know where those towers are.
What is that a threat, Bob? Did you just
No.
What are you saying
Yeah, what do
to
you-
us?
Yeah.
It already went down once.
Yeah, I didn't like
No,
that.
no. We have one of the stations here on the floor, but in the boonies.
Well, and also,
We say it on the program all the time. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
no. And also,
No, good.
yeah, when making threats about towers, say broadcast towers.
Yes, please.
Like that is the PC way to say it.
Do not say
Yeah, don't just say
towers.
towers, say
Yeah.
broadcast towers. Everyone knows that. So do we need to go to commercial or not, Bob? That's the real question.
No, what are we doing?
He's just checking the numbers.
He's thinking about
Yeah,
it.
he's gonna-
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, lost it again. Well, this is unfortunate. We're going to come to the station.
We'll be right back. Go back to Safehouse.
Nope.
Safehouse is cutting out, but it works.